You want to hear something paranormal? Yes, certainly. Did you know that Myrtle Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana is known as one of the most haunted places in America? As the story goes, the place was owned by Mr. and Mrs. Woodruff. Mr. Woodruff was a high-powered judge and he had lots of slaves. One of these slaves was named Chloe. And Chloe, among many others, was treated horribly by the Woodruffs. She would listen to their conversations in a way to try and improve her way of life. She was caught eavesdropping and Mr. Woodruff had her ears cut off and forced her to wear a green turban to hide her disfigurement. Ugh. Chloe sought revenge and poisoned Mrs. Woodruff and her 2 children, who all died. Yeah, word spread and Chloe was hanged and thrown in the Mississippi River to die. The next residents to the Myrtle Plantation were a family of 5, who all died of tuberculosis. Ugh. Next to move in was Mr. Winter, who was a church-going man, and one day when he was teaching Sunday school, a random man rode up on a horse shouting at him and shot him at point-blank range on his porch. He would stumble into the house, stomp upstairs, and eventually die in his bedroom in his wife's arms. Jesus Christ, it's said to this day you can still hear his stomping footsteps going up the stairs. The plantation went on to be used as a film set, and cast and crew all witnessed furniture being moved around the place with absolutely no one around it and no explanation. Ooh. Once purchased by the Myers family in the 1970s and turned into a guest house, paranormal activity became much more noticeable. Multiple guests and residents reported seeing the shadowy apparition of a young girl wearing a green turban. Yeah, and in 1991, she was actually apparently caught in a photo that they were using for house insurance. There is an antique mirror which sits in the Myrtles plantation and has done for years. It sits in the main hallway just outside the dining room. Multiple visitors have reported seeing the Woodruff children appearing in the mirror next to the very room in which they were poisoned. One researcher even reported that once the mirror was re-silvered, the same handprint that was there before reappeared, almost as if the children refused to be ignored. That was a hell of a ride, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. Any others you want done, just throw a comment below and I'll see what I can do. Yay!